Hi everyone, welcome to our channel where we help your real estate investments work harder for you. I'm Samantha from Elevate Realty in Toronto. With property prices being so high, we understand that it's not easy for everyone to buy real estate in Toronto. But it's not impossible, and there are ways if you get creative. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how you can get into the Toronto real estate market with a strategy called house hacking. Now, everyone on our team is a real estate investor, and here's also another fun fact. Most of us got started through a form of house hacking even before they started calling it that. This has helped us grow our money quicker while saving on living expenses so that we can further invest it and grow our portfolios. And as a personal testament, house hacking is definitely a great way to get your foot in the door with real estate. So if you want to learn more about what house hacking is, let's get started. Here's a study by lowestrates.ca that shows how much it costs to live in Toronto in 2020. As a renter, you'd spend around $2,300 a month on housing expenses. On the other hand, a homeowner spends almost double that at $4,200 a month on housing expenses in Toronto. So owning your home is expensive, but the benefit of this is that you'll gain from market appreciation in the long run. But because owning your own home is so high, it's actually impossible for many people, and that's why we're seeing a greater shift of our Toronto population becoming long-term renters instead of homeowners. Now, let me introduce you to house hacking. The concept is pretty simple. You buy a property and you rent out part of it to lower your monthly housing costs. The government encourages home ownership, so that's why the Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation, CMHC, owned by the government, helps you out with various incentives. The big one is if you pay for mortgage insurance, you can actually lower your down payment from 20%, which is typical, to a lower 5% only, which makes it more attainable to save up for your down payment. So with a lower down payment and lower monthly expenses, this makes it easier for you to become a Toronto homeowner. So why does house hacking make sense? Okay, I'll give you 4 reasons. The first reason is obvious. Your rental income can significantly lower your housing expenses as a homeowner. For example, instead of paying $4,200 a month as a homeowner, you can rent out your basement for $1,700, which lowers your home expenses to a much lower $2,500 a month. Reason 2 is that you'll get the benefits of higher returns as a real estate owner. Toronto's real estate is strong, and we've seen a 7.7% annual appreciation in the past 20 years. With stocks, you can get comparable returns, but you won't be able to borrow as much and at such low interest rates. So when you take all of this into account, real estate actually gives you much better returns. If you want to learn more about this, I made a separate video right here where I compare stocks and real estate, so you should definitely check that out. Reason 3 is location. If you want to be a homeowner, you might be priced out of Toronto and you're forced to live further away from the city. This means you'll spend more time on travel and rack up higher travel expenses. House hacking allows you to live in better locations, which can actually save you more time and money. The final reason is taxes. If you invest the same amount of money in stocks, you'll have to pay capital gains tax when you take profit. Like I mentioned earlier, the government encourages home ownership, so they actually give you a break on capital gains on your primary residence, so you're not taxed on any capital gains, which can save you a lot of money. Here's one thing to keep in mind. If you buy a house with a basement suite, you're likely exempt from capital gains. But if you buy a multifamily home and rent out more than half your property, your monthly expenses can be very low. You might even be living for free, but you'll have to pay capital gains tax on the portion that is rented out. If you want to learn more about capital gains and secondary suites, you definitely need to check out this video right here where we talk more about this. So the point of this video is really to let you know that there can be other options if you really want to get into Toronto real estate. If you save enough for the down payments, house hacking can help you lower your monthly expenses, making it more feasible for you to buy Toronto real estate. And if you're thinking about buying outside of Toronto because that's all you can afford, just know that there are other benefits of owning real estate in Toronto, like saving on travel time and travel costs, while getting higher appreciation compared to other cities outside of Toronto. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more real estate videos just like this one. Finally, I wish you all the best in your real estate investing journey. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.